Yo, so what is going on, guys? It is Squid here, and welcome to a much different video than you're used to seeing, especially lately on the channel. I've been doing so many Road to Chrome videos. That's my main priority right now, is just getting Chrome camo in COD World War II. Those videos have been doing incredibly well, which is crazy because it's such an old game at this point. It's 7 years old, but the videos, like, I have multiple that have almost gotten 1,000 views. It's crazy, but yeah, so basically this is going to be a Minecraft video, and I haven't uploaded Minecraft in a little bit of time, but this is going to be an announcement video, and I have done these in the past, but for new viewers, this is going to be brand new to you. So this is, of course, you can tell by the title, announcing Five Flags Dinosaurs, and if you don't know what that is, I'm going to have a card in the description and the top part of the screen, probably right now on screen, for my Minecraft maps, or, yeah, my Minecraft, I was going to say map, but it's multiple maps. So, basically, I have a series of Minecraft maps, because that's what Five Flags Dinosaurs is a Minecraft map that I've been working on. In fact, what I actually am going to do here while I'm talking is, I recorded some game clips, two 10-minute game clips yesterday. I don't know if I'm going to show all, 20 minutes of this gameplay, but basically, I just have some gameplay right here of me working on Five Flags Dinosaurs yesterday. This is level 2 that I'm building right here in this gameplay. As you can see, it's still pretty empty in terms of, I mean, this was early on, so I played for another hour after this, and, I finished more of this temple right here, but obviously this level looks pretty empty because I've only spent like 3 hours on it so far, and, yeah, but it's going to be, by the end of it, it's going to be packed with stuff. Absolutely packed. But, yeah, so basically, like I said, I'm going to have the playlist for my Five Flags series of maps in the description and as a card on the top of the screen. So, basically, back in April 2019, I started working on a map just for fun, and I had no idea it would turn into what it did, but basically, I wanted to make a map, an adventure map. All right, I had never made a Minecraft. I had never made a Minecraft map before, and so I decided to make a map, and I eventually titled it Five Flags. And literally, this map took me a couple hours. And you can go back to the beginning of the playlist that I was just talking about. You can go back to the beginning of the Five Flags playlist back in April 2019, and you could just see how tiny the map was, like unbelievably tiny. Because I literally built the entire map in like a weekend, like a couple hours of playing, because it was my first map, and I wanted to see how it would turn out, and it was a very small, very small endeavor for sure. But then I polished the map over time, and until like I would say June or something like that, June 2019, I think was when I stopped updating it because I just had to expand it. I had like a polished version, I had an expanded version, I had like the final version, and you could see videos pretty much of all of those different versions of the map from 2019. And so basically that map evolved over time. It started out pretty bad, not gonna lie, but it had, some humble beginnings, I guess, because it evolved into a map that I actually just played with Calibri about a month and a half ago, back in October, and it's still a blast. I still had a blast playing it. I think Calibri did as well, because it takes about 2.5 hours to complete the entire map, and it's just constant action, constant chaos. Basically, the summary of Five Flags is there are 5 levels that you go through. Each level obviously has a different theme to it, and there's a flag in each level. There's a flag that you have to climb to the top of and collect a trophy, but in order to collect the trophy, you have to conquer the level and beat the level first, which requires you to break every single spawner. There's a bunch of mob spawners in every single level, and you have to break every single one, and once you break every single spawner and clear out all the mobs in the area, in the entire level obviously, in the flag zone, then you can finally climb to the flag at the top of the level, or at the back of the level usually is where it is, and you can collect the trophy, and then you'll be on to the next level. And that is how the first map worked, and I think it was a very, very good formula, a lot of fun, and it's just constant action. I call this an adventure map, but it's really like a fighting map, a combat map. But at the same time, it does take you on an adventure through all these different levels and everything like that. So, like I said, from April 2019 until like June 2019 is when Five Flags was in its life cycle, I guess, is when I was actually updating it. But then I actually didn't make, I guess I did technically make another map in, like, I was making it in, like, June and July. It came out in July 2019. I made another map called Annihilation, which I'm not going to talk about too much today because this is, I'm not making an Annihilation map. I'm not making Annihilation Chapter 3 yet. I'm making a Five Flags, a 6-5, the sixth Five Flags map, all right? So, anyways, yeah, but in September 2019, and I have a video uploaded on the channel back from, September 2019, of announcing Five Flags 2. All right, so I was making a sequel to Five Flags, and like I said, I started working on it in September 2019. However, the map didn't actually come out until July 15th, 2020, and I actually uploaded a trailer. That was the first trailer I ever made, and that map always holds a special place in my heart because I played it. I remember I was just so hyped. It was just so exciting when that map came out because Five Flags 2, or FF2 I like to call it, is a huge map compared to the first one. Crazy ambitious. Like, I think it's still to this day the most ambitious Five Flags map that I've ever built because the levels are like 3 times bigger on average than the levels in the first map. There's a hub. There's like an actual hub area that you can, you can trade. Because in the first map, you would just get all your loot randomly from lucky dispensers. But and you would just travel through the map, so you never came back to a central hub. But in FF2, there is a central hub. And then, I added like artifacts, which were collectibles in the level. I added a bonus level. There's an Ender Dragon boss fight. Unlike the first map had a Wither boss fight at the end of it, I guess. But yeah, and then what else did FF2 add? The whole coin exchange system where you could trade in mob drops for coins to then exchange for whatever you wanted in the shop or the buffet. So you could just get, armor, tools, arrows, potions, everything like that, enchantments, and then, or you could go in the buffet and get food, obviously, like golden apples, enchanted golden apples and everything. So that was really, really cool. And I also added stuff like power-ups into the levels, and power-ups were a really, really cool innovation in FF2. But yeah, so like I said, FF2 came out in July 2020. Then I started working on FF3. Basically, as soon as FF2 came out, I was working on FF3 because I wanted FF3 to come out. I was just so excited about that map. And that map came out in September 2020. I uploaded a trailer for that, and FF3 was supposed to be like the middle ground between the first map and the second map. And in terms of like how long it took to actually complete and how big the levels were. And FF3 was a good map, especially the hub. The hub is still to this day my favorite hub I've ever built. FF3 holds that record for sure. It has that award, deserves that award. It is a really, really good hub. And basically, FF3, when it first came out, it was good, but it was very disappointing because the levels were too quick. They were too short. I went too far in the opposite direction from FF2, and the levels were just too small and everything. They weren't really that good. So then a year later, in September 2021, I actually overhauled the map, and now FF3 is definitely not my least favorite Five Flags map. Like, FF3 is a really, really good map after that massive overhaul I did, which basically was just overhauling all the levels, And, again, it has a great hub, so FF3 is really good. Now, FF3 was supposed to be the end of my trilogy of Five Flags maps, alright? I wanted to end it with a trilogy, and then I wanted to start doing a trilogy of spin-off maps like this map that I'm building right now with dinosaurs, and also with Lucky Blocks and, like, aliens and stuff like that. I wanted to do some spin-off maps where you fight different mobs, because normally it's just vanilla mobs, obviously, in the first trilogy of maps. But then, I started working on Five Flags Lucky Blocks. I'm not going to talk too much about this because I have videos in the playlist. I have 2 videos talking about this. Basically, I wanted to make a Five Flags Lucky Blocks, but the Lucky Blocks didn't work halfway through when I was building the map, so I had to make the map, had to turn it into FF4, basically. And yeah, FF4 is a good map, but it is definitely out of place because there is no FF5, obviously, so FF4 wasn't supposed to exist. It was supposed to just be Five Flags Lucky Blocks. However, FF4 did come out in December 2020. Then I was working on Annihilation during, yeah, I think I was working on Annihilate. Yeah, during 2021, during early 2021. So then my next map, the last Five Flags map I built was I announced the video, or I made the announcement video for the map in June 2021, and the map came out early July 2021, and that was Five Flags Lucky Blocks, the actual Five Flags Lucky Blocks, with the Lucky Blocks working the entire time. Funny thing is, the Lucky Blocks actually do work now on FF4, so technically there's 2 Five Flags Lucky Blocks maps, but I only consider there to be 1, because again, like, the Lucky Blocks didn't work for me, and like I said, I made a video on that back in 2020 when it happened. But yeah, so Five Flags Lucky Blocks is currently my favorite Five Flags map. It has the best set of levels, and again, there's Lucky Blocks in it, so you have Lucky Blocks in the levels, and that's like the gimmick of that map. You go through and you get a lot of your loot from the Lucky Blocks, which is a lot of fun, and it's got a really good hub. It's got a lot of bonus content. It actually has the most content out of any Five Flags map. I would say FF2 probably has the second most content. But yeah, FFLB is what I call it most of the time, just because it's faster. It's quicker to say than Five Flags Lucky Blocks. It's just an abbreviation. But yeah, that was my previous map, like I said. I have not built a Five Flags map since that map, which was, like I said, July 2021, or basically like 3.5 years ago. Because I've been working on this map for about 3 weeks, a little bit less than 3 weeks right here, of course. And yeah, I haven't made a map since a Five Flags map, or really, like I haven't, like even my Annihilation Chapter 2, that was in December 2021. So I didn't make any maps in 2022 or 2023, and basically none in 2024 as well, because I just started like not even a month ago on this map. So, you know, it's not too much work in 2024. But yeah, so just think about it. I made from April 2019 to July 2021, I made five Flags maps. All right, 5 of these maps. And from July 2021 to December 2024, I have made 0. Just to put that into perspective, you know. But it's because I've been doing, you know, like Massacre Marathon during the summers and everything like that. So I've been doing different types of different content than what I used to do back in, you know, 2019, 2020, and 2021. But yeah, so that's pretty much a history of Five Flags. I know that took a while, but that I just wanted to go through the history of that series of maps if you guys are a new viewer. And like I said, you can see all that through the years. You can see all that content that I've done with this series of maps. You can see it in the playlist. But all right, we're moving on to the second clip right here, guys. And I'm going to start talking about my new map, all right? I think we've done enough reminiscing. I think I've explained the history of these maps enough to you guys. So let me actually explain what Five Flags Dinosaurs is going to be. So like I said, it's going to have 5 different levels, and you can actually see, you just saw at the beginning of this clip, and I'll show you guys more at the end of it. The hub is called the Preservatory in this map, and it's basically, I have some notes here on my phone. Basically, the Preservatory is, in my opinion, it's the second best. It's either the best or the second best hub I've ever built. The only thing that would top it is FF3, like I said earlier, because that's definitely the best hub I've ever built so far. But yeah, so basically the Preservatory is the hub. It's a large glass biodome with secrets scattered around and 4 main sections, which are portals, which are basically the 5 levels, shop, kits, and fossils. So let me explain to you what these kits are going to be, because the kits are going to be a new loot system in the map. So the first 5 flags had lucky dispensers, where it was basically randomized loot. The second map had coins, where they were pretty annoying to actually get and like gather and exchange, but you could choose whatever you wanted. You could buy loot in whatever order you wanted, so that kind of gave more freedom to the player, I guess. And then FF3 basically was a mix of both, so it had lucky dispensers that you could spend coins to buy, or you could just use the coins to buy things just like an FF2. Then in FF4, I introduced an essence system, a lucky essence system, basically, where you found essence scattered around the levels in item frames, and then each one, you know, would be, you could go into the shop in the hub, and then you could use the essence. You know, each item obviously costed different. A pickaxe wasn't the same price as, you know, a chest plate, but you could go in and spend that essence, and it was easier to understand than the coins, and it was faster than the coins, so I think that was a good system. And then in FFLB, which is again my last map with the lucky blocks, that one had, you know, you could get your loot from lucky blocks, but it also, I brought the essence system back and called it, I called that supercharged essence, but you could find it in the levels in item frames as well. So that's basically the loot system. But with this map, there's going to be 2 loot systems. So there's going to be kits, dinosaur kits. There's going to be 5 kits, and you can only choose one at the beginning of your game. The kits are T-Rex, which is going to be for maximum damage output, Velociraptor, which is going to be for overall balance and speed, Hunter is going to be for range damage, so you're going to get a bow, a really, really good bow, but not be very good at close range, obviously. Ankylosaurus is basically going to be a tank. You're not going to have any weapons or tools to start out, but you're going to have really good armor and protection and like enchanted golden apples and turtle master potions and everything, so you're basically going to be a weak tank is what you're going to be, you know? And then, last but not least, we have Caveman, which is going to give you a pickaxe right off the bat, so you can go through and break the spawners, but obviously you're not going to have very good weapons and armor. So, it's going to be really interesting. I already have the kit set up, for the most part, and it's going to be something different, because, again, you're going to be starting the map out with actual loot, and basically a class. You can choose a class, but be careful with your choice, because you can only choose one for the entire match. So then, moving on, I'm going to go through the levels here, the 5 levels. So the first one's called Eruption, and that level is basically done. I still got to put the spawners and everything down, but I'll show you guys that at the end of this gameplay. Like I said, I show you the hub, and I teleport to level 1 and give you a little sneak peek at that. So Eruption is basically a small village in the plains with a giant looming volcano erupting beside it. It looks sick. All right, I'm really, really excited for this level. I cannot wait to actually play this level. Then we have level 2, which is called Ruins, a thick jungle filled with ancient shrines and temples, and it's going to be just filled with trees and everything. Like, it's going to be pretty close quarters, and that is obviously the level that you're seeing me build right here. And again, it's going to be filled with, like, leaves and jungle trees and everything like that, and rivers and hills. Like, it's gonna have a lot of stuff here, and obviously, like I said, a ton of ruins and everything like that. But level 3 is called Ice Age, which is perfect for dinosaurs. Obviously, this is an open field of snow on the verge of being consumed by a massive tsunami of snow. And then that one, in my mind, I have that kind of pictured in my mind. I haven't started it yet, obviously, because I'm on level 2 still. I just started level 2. But Ice Age is basically gonna be a giant icy arena. Like, it's going to feel like you're in a giant arena of ice, you know, because you're going to be basically, it's going to be just an open field for the most part, at least as soon as you spawn in the level and start the level, it's going to be just an open field of snow. So it's going to be crazy, an open I think it's going to be like a giant icy lake or something. But yeah, and then level 4 is called Extinction, and you're not going to expect this one. This is a modern day city block overrun with dinosaurs, close quarters streets, and building interiors to fight through. So this level, in my mind, is going to be a very chaotic level with like a few like mini skyscrapers. I don't know how tall I'm gonna actually build these skyscrapers, but there's gonna be different like office buildings, library, and stuff like that. You know, a supermarket. But there's gonna be you're gonna be fighting dinosaurs through the streets of this city, which is gonna be cool. This modern city block, so it's not gonna look like a it's an ancient city or whatever. No, it's gonna be an actual modern city that dinosaurs are in. So it's gonna be pretty cool. And then level 5 is called Museum, and it is a medium-sized archaeology museum with like dinosaur bones in each room and stuff like that. And then it says tight hallways and plenty of rooms. So that's basically the synopsis for the levels. And I will have a bonus mini game as well at the end of this map once you complete all 5 levels, like I usually do, ever since FF2 at least. But I haven't decided exactly what I want to do for that yet. But moving on, I'm going to talk about the let's talk about this Bloodlust. So like I said, the kits are going to be sort of like a loot system on the map. The kits, the classes, whatever you want to call them, they're sort of a loot system. However, Bloodlust is the other currency, the main currency on the map. So Bloodlust is essentially going to be gathered by, or going to be obtained by trading dinosaur mob drops. So when you kill dinosaurs, they're going to drop, obviously, mob loot. They're going to drop loot. And then you can use this in the shop to purchase things, and actually you can convert the mob drops into Bloodlust. That is pretty much going to be like the coins, or the essence of this map is going to be called Bloodlust. I might change the name, but that's what it's called for right now. I think I'm going to use like red coral fans for like the texture of it or something like that, or maybe redstone dust, I don't know. But yeah, so you can trade dinosaur leather, raw meat, and amber for Bloodlust, and those are the things that the dinosaurs drop, at least to my knowledge. But yeah, so then the next thing I want to go over is injection. So basically, I'll have also as a card in the description and the top of the screen, I'll have the video. I did 2 videos recently, a couple weeks ago, showcasing a marketplace map, basically a dinosaurs add-on, and that is the add-on I'm using for the dinosaurs in this world. All right, so basically the injections are one thing that was in that map, in that dinosaurs add-on. So basically you can inject yourself with dinosaur DNA and mutate into a dinosaur, morph into a dinosaur. So you could basically morph into any dinosaur. There's like 33 different dinosaurs in this world. You can morph into a T-Rex and go fight other T-Rexes. So basically, I'm going to have these injections, I think, these syringes, scattered in hidden chests in each level with a dinosaur morph. So each, obviously, each syringe holds a different dinosaur morph, and you're basically going to be able to morph into a dinosaur and fight other dinosaurs as a dinosaur. So it's going to be really, really cool. Something I've never done before, and it's a really, really cool feature with this add-on. But yeah, so next up, I want to talk about the skulls. So these are going to be found in item frames within each level, and they're used to upgrade your kits from tier 0, which is where you start. You just get the basic loot at tier 0, the weakest loot for each class. Then tier 1, tier 2, and tier 3 is the highest tier. And basically the classes are going to be upgraded with each tier, obviously. And like I said, you're going to find these in item frames in each level, these skulls. And then right now I have the price increasing with each upgrade, going from 5 skulls to 15 to 30 required for each tier upgrade, basically, for the kits. So moving on, I'm going to talk about the fossils. These are collectibles within the levels. There are 3 in each level, and they're earned by completing a quest. I haven't actually set any of these up yet. I don't know exactly what I'm going to do for them yet, but My plan is basically to do a similar thing with what I did with the relics, I think they were called, the collectibles basically in FFLB, because I feel like those are really, really cool, because you basically need to do like a little quest, a little side quest to actually get each one. So that was pretty cool. And then you return to the fossil section in the preservatory, and each fossil you bring back rewards bloodlust, and all 15 unlock a bonus minigame. I don't know if I'm going to have that be the case, or if I'm just going to have the bonus minigame be unlocked and be playable just once you complete all 5 levels. I'm not 100% sure yet. Usually you have to collect all the like collectible items in the levels to actually unlock the bonus minigame, but I don't know, we'll see. And then I basically have a list of the things in the shop, so like a bunch of food, tools, weapons, electric weapons that were in the showcase that I did for this map, that are in this map, of course, this add-on, and then like arrows, potions, and different enchantments as well. But keep in mind, with each kit, like I said at the beginning of this, is going to specialize in a different, basically, each kit's going to have a different specialty. Like I said, T-Rex is for, you know, maximum damage output. Velociraptor's for overall balance and speed. So it's solid damage, but not anything too crazy. And then hold on, let me pause it real quick, because this is the hub area right here. But I want to talk about the kits a little bit more. The kits are, by the way, they're to my left. They're in an orange section. You can see the blue section kind of like straight ahead. The blue glass over there, I guess it's towards the left side of the screen, actually, on that giant jungle tree. But that is going to be the shop. Obviously, it's empty right now, because I'm going to set that up once the map is all done, once the levels are all built. And then behind me is that white section, which is going to be the fossils. So that's going to be the collectible area, where we obviously put all the collectibles and exchange them for bloodlust and everything. And yeah, so the kits, like I said, I already explained T-Rex and Velociraptor, but Hunter is going to be, you're not going to have any like close range weapons like a sword or anything, or an axe, but you're going to have a really good bow. And your armor is also pretty weak, but you have a really, really good bow to start out. And basically, for example, the T-Rex kit is going to be the only way that you can get sharpness 5 on your sword in this map. You can buy in the shop, I'm going to allow you to buy enchanted books from sharpness 1 to sharpness 4. If you're using the Hunter class, you can buy up to sharpness 4 for your sword. You can buy a sword and then enchant it with sharpness 4. However, if you want sharpness 5, maximum damage output, you're going to have to use the T-Rex class at the beginning of the map. Another example is Velociraptor. If you want Unbreaking 3 on your stuff, that only comes with Velociraptor. And you're basically going to get an axe instead of a sword, obviously, because Velociraptor is for overall balance, and like it has a couple golden apples, normal golden apples, and like swiftness potions, you know? And it has Unbreaking is the main enchantment. But for Hunter, you have bow enchantment. So Hunter is going to be the only way you can get power 5. You can get up to power 4 from just buying enchanted books in the shop. But I don't know for sure if Hunter is going to be the only way you can get like the other enchantments like Flame and Infinity. I might not lock those ones behind Hunter, because I feel like that would be unbalanced. But power 5 is definitely only for Hunter. And then for Ankylosaurus, that's going to be the only way that you can get protection 4. Because in the shop, it's going to only go up to protection 3. And that's going to be really, really interesting, for sure. I don't know if that's going to be balanced, because like I said, Ankylosaurus, you might think it sounds overpowered, but because it's going to have protection 4. It's the only way to get protection 4. However, you don't get a weapon. You have to go buy a weapon. You literally are going to be punching dinosaurs when you first start out. And yeah, you do get strength potions, Turtle Master, and enchanted golden apples, but you get really good armor, but you can't do any damage, really. You're not going to be able to do much damage. So that's why I said, like, you're basically a weak tank. But you're not going to be able to die very easily, but you won't be able to kill things very easily until you actually get more bloodlust and buy more stuff from the shop. And then, like I said, the caveman class is going to be the only way to get efficiency 5, because you're going to get that pickaxe, that really, really good pickaxe. Only way to get efficiency 5 is with the caveman. You're going to be able to get up to efficiency 4 in the shop. So that is going to be really, really interesting. I'm really intrigued to see how the kits actually work, and I'll probably have to make some balancing changes to them after I play the map, obviously. And yeah, but so this is the hub. By the way, I apologize for the gameplay. The gameplay is in 720p, so it's not going to look as good. You can see how pixelated it is right here. But yeah, so let me just show you right here so you can see the portal section. Teleport to Zone Eruption, and get ready for this, guys. I'm very, very proud of the way this level turned out. I just think it looks really, really cool. Look at that giant volcano. I built the flag up there as well. You have, like I said earlier, a small village in the plains with a giant looming volcano erupting beside it. And yeah, I think it just looks really, really cool. So it's going to have, like, It's gonna have some different types of engagements. You know, you're gonna start out close quarters in the small village, and then you're gonna have a more open area right here in the plains with these trees and everything and these hills, and then you're gonna make your way up here, and you're basically gonna have close quarters combat, but it's gonna be fighting upwards because there's like a giant spiral staircase that is in the volcano. And you're gonna be able to fight your way up to the top of the volcano, which is where the flag is, obviously. So you can collect the trophy once you actually clear out the level. But yeah, guys, so that is pretty much it. I think I went through all my notes, and yeah, dude, I cannot wait for this map to come out. I really, really can't wait. So right now, like I said, I have the first level pretty much done. The hub is pretty much done, the main building part of the hub at least, besides the shop and the fossils. I gotta actually set up the trades and everything, but once those are set up, and those shouldn't take that long, the hub will be completely done. But like I said, I would say in terms of level 2, I'm maybe like 25% done with level 2 right now. Level 3, I haven't begun yet. Level 4, I haven't begun. And level 5, I also haven't begun. However, like I said, I've been working on this map. You can actually see the first screenshot right here. I'll go through. It was like 19 days ago, I think now. I took a screenshot when I first started building the preservatory, which is the hub, of course. So right down here, yep, 18 days ago. You can see there's a little dinosaur down there. I had to turn off mob spawning because dinosaurs kept spawning on the grass in the preservatory, so I had to fix that. But yeah, the preservatory, like I said, it's just a giant glass biodome, just full of loot, full of secrets and everything, full of stuff to do, so it's gonna be really, really cool. And yeah, I just cannot wait for this map, guys. I really, really, in my mind, I picture this map as essentially being just extremely fast-paced and fun. I don't really care how long this map takes to complete. I feel like it's going to be a pretty long map because the levels I am detailing the levels and making them pretty big. Just like FFLB, for example, and FF2. But yeah, I don't really care how long this map takes to complete. I just really want this to be a very, very fun, chaotic experience where you're fighting dinosaurs, you're going through collecting fossils, you're using the kits and upgrading the kits, you're, you know, the bonus minigame is going to be awesome as well, like the mutant injections or the, you know, the mutant morphs or the dinosaur morphs, whatever you want to call them, are going to be epic. And like I said, if you guys want to see what I'm talking about with these injections and with like the dinosaurs and everything like that, if you guys want to see all the different dinosaurs that are going to be in this map, I will have, like I said, I did a showcase. I did a 2-part showcase on the marketplace map that I'm using here, the Dinosaurs add-on, so definitely check that out. It will be in the description. I will have 2 cards for both the videos, so definitely check those out. And like I said, if you are interested in 5 flags, if you still don't know if I didn't explain it well enough today here, I might not have, honestly, but if you guys want to see it more, then I have an entire playlist of like 40+ videos from over the years with all of my previous 5 flags maps. And yeah, this is going to be number 6, and I cannot wait for this one. I've had the idea for this map literally since like FF4. Like literally, if you go back to 2020 when I announced FF4, I was talking about 5 Flags Lucky Blocks, obviously, and also doing a dinosaur spin-off 5 Flags in the future. And dude, it's finally coming. I can't wait. Basically, let me give you the release date for this that I have in my mind currently, because like I said, I've been working on it for 3 weeks. I'm assuming it's going to take at least another month to get it done. So my current release date that I would like the map to release on January 15th, which is a Wednesday. So maybe I would have it be like a Friday instead, like the 17th or 18th. I don't know. But for right now, around that time is when I would like to release this map. And basically what I mean by release this map is it's not going to be on the marketplace because I don't know how to get maps on the marketplace, and I don't know if my maps would be approved, especially because I'm using another marketplace map to make this map. But I don't know, man. Maybe the first 3 5 flags maps that don't use a marketplace map, maybe those would work. But I don't know. These maps will probably never be on the marketplace, but we'll see. I'd like them to be playable for anybody that wanted to play them, but I don't know if that's going to be possible. So. But yeah, I usually just, what I mean by release day is basically when I'll upload these to YouTube. I might play them with like Calibri or, you know, my friends or something like that. I might play them. I like to, because that's a lot of fun. Like I said, FF2 is my favorite map release ever because I played it with 2 of my friends on like the day it came out, you know, the launch day. And yeah, there definitely will be a trailer for this map as well, which I can't wait to make. But yeah, dude, I really, really, like I said, I really want this map to just be a blast. I feel like it will be with the levels, like the way I'm designing the levels and everything like that. And obviously just fighting dinosaurs is going to be so refreshing compared to, you know, just fighting all the vanilla mobs in the previous 5 maps that I've made in this series. But yeah, so it's been a long video. Hope you guys did enjoy it. This has been the longest announcement I've ever done, but I think it's warranted just because, like I said, it's been 3.5 years since I've made a map. Or 3 years since I've made a map, but 3.5 since I've made a 5 flags map. So, which is crazy, because it really does not seem... I can't believe it's been that long since I made FFLB. I cannot believe it's been 3.5 years, basically, dude. Literally since July 2021. That's crazy. That is absolutely crazy. But yeah, so like I said, right now I would like for this map to release in like the middle of next month or the end of next month, but we'll see. But yeah, I'm just really, really excited about it, guys. So I hope you guys did enjoy it. I know the gameplay wasn't too exciting, but I didn't want to show too much, and plus I don't have that much built already. You know, like I said, I'm only like 25% done with the whole map. So we'll see what happens. But yeah, I'm still going to keep working hard on this. I've been working on it for like an hour or two every single day. And yeah, I'm just really... This might end up being the best 5 flags I've ever made, just because I'm locking in for this, all right? I'm taking all my ideas and just implementing them into this map, and I got a lot of really, really cool ideas that I really couldn't explain too well in this video because I was just trying to rush through it and just get everything, of course. But yeah, so hope you guys enjoyed it. I will see you all in the next one. And yeah, you'll definitely be hearing more about this map once I get closer to finishing it. So definitely stay tuned. And like I said, if you're interested, I have that playlist of 5 flags videos from years ago. And I mean, the last video was a month and a half ago playing the first map with Galibri. I still want to play all the other maps with all the other 5 flags maps with Galibri, because he's never played FF2. Well, he played half of FF2. He played like the first 2.5 levels maybe, and then he hasn't played level 4 or 5, and then with a bonus level, and then he hasn't played any of FF3 or FF4 or FFLB. And I definitely got to get him to play those maps, because those are really, really good maps, especially FFLB. I love that one. That's my favorite one so far, like I said. But anyways, I will see you all in the next one. Definitely stay tuned for things to come. I'll see you guys later, and peace out.